Thanks for joining us at Right On Replicas, where we're proud to bring you the best scale model kit reviews on the planet. This review covers the recent re-release of Revell's Baron and his Funfdecker Fokker plane from the Deals Wheels series by Dave Deal. This is a non-scaled kit of a whimsical nature. It's a caricature of both the pilot and a plane with a Hemi engine or a radial engine and the wheels that you might find on the front end of a dragster. Altogether, it's just plain fun. The kit's rated as skill level 4 and requires glue and paint, and you get 50 parts molded in red and chrome, including a water slide decal sheet. Yep, but the instructions are a little different, as they're written in a comic style, as if the Baron is instructing you in broken English how to assemble the kit. The whole kit has humor about it, and it's quite fun to build. Overall, the assembly is not difficult, and the fit and finish is fairly good for a kit from the early 70s. About the only thing you'll have an issue with is lining up the wings on the struts. Now, the overall dimensions, when you are finished, are approximately 6 1/4 inches long, 8 3/4 inches wide, and 5 3/4 inches high. Now here are the kit's contents. Some people would tell you this is an open box review because they open the box and they pull out the parts, try to find some words to talk about them, and then it takes you 5 or 10 minutes to listen to all that, but it won't help you build the kit, will it? So here's my open box review in about 10 seconds. We'll be using Model Master's liquid cement for most of the assembly, but if there are any clear parts, we'd use some white glue, and if there's any strength needed, some super glue there. For the most part, we'll use Tamiya acrylic bottle paints that are shot through an airbrush, and sometimes rattle can spray paints for things like primer. But as always, remember, follow the manufacturer's safety and use guidelines when using any of the products mentioned in the review for your own protection. Here are the decals for this kit. As you can see, the registry is good and the quality is high. There's very little carrier around the decals here. But I also suggest that because of their large size, you use some of the aftermarket setting solutions to ensure that they conform to the contours of the kit and stick well to the body. Pull these parts out of the kit so that you can build the fuselage halves and then add the tail, the headrest, and the lower wings. Then paint the completed unit red. Gather these parts and assemble the wheels by adding the hub inside and gluing the wheels together. Now line up the patch on one of the wheels, and note that the copyright on the underside of the wing needs to be removed. So I used a scraper and some sandpaper to sand that smooth. Now the wing is red. The tires are rubber with silver spokes, and the landing gear is wood. I used a tan color and brushed a darker brown over the top to create a wood grain look. Now the mounts are steel, and the rear tire is a rubber color. Assemble the wing through the landing gear and into the tires and attach it to the plane. The rear tire is then attached, and the patch is flat white on the tire. You get a choice here for the engine, so pull these parts out and note there's a rotary engine choice and a Hemi engine choice, and you can build this either way. If you don't use the Hemi, just delete that step. Now assemble the block and add the pulley. Paint the motor steel and aluminum for the blower. Add the valve covers, manifolds, and assemble the scoop, then install all that to the plane. Detail the rotary motor fins with some thinned flat black, and paint the prop with the wood tan and brown with a little bronze on the tips, and assemble the rotary as follows. Insert the prop spinner into the front motor half and through the motor cowl. Now attach the prop. Assemble the rotary motor back half, and then attach this assembly to the Hemi or the plane. Now if you use the Hemi, assemble the exhaust and attach them into place, and if not, paint the steps red and install those instead. Get out the parts for the wings and struts and paint all of the wings red. And note that the top wing has a patch that is tan and a rip in it that is highlighted with a darker red. The wing supports are wood with steel tips, and the machine guns are flat black. Attach the machine guns to the center wing and add the side wings to the plane. The center wing then is attached to the plane, and slide the supports through the wings into the bottom wing notch. Add the mid wing into place, and the top wing is now added, and then note the alignment of the supports to make sure everything is straight and looks true. Get the parts out now for the figure, and we'll assemble the Baron. So his jacket is gray with gold and black highlights, and he's got flesh toned skin with black hair. His helmet is gold and black, and then add his monocle and glue him to the cockpit. I painted the cockpit flat black. With the major body assembly done, we can decal the model. Now, some of these are pretty large, and it will really benefit if you use some of the setting solutions available on the aftermarket. First, use some warm water, let them set about 30 seconds, and using some warm water on the body of the plane, make sure that you have the time to slide them into place and get them set. And then use some of the setting solutions to make sure that they conform to the body and stick there. After you're done, you can give those an overall spray of light clear coat to make sure they seal in place. This kit was meant to be fun, as were all of the Decals Wheels series kits. This one includes the Manfred von Richthofen look-alike, the Red Baron, and his automotive modified Fokker plane, but it's still just fun. It's not really difficult to build, with the exception of the wings lining up, but with a little patience and some super glue, you can get those to set into place properly. Revell has brought this out a couple of times, and it's been popular because it's just a nice looking kit and a great idea. Get one and put one on your shelf just for fun. Well, there you have it. We hope you liked this premium scale model kit review, and just so that you don't miss any more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. But you can find us on Facebook and, as always, at our website, www.rightonreplicas.com. Thanks!